We are waiting to hear from President Biden overseas in Madrid right now. He is expected to hold a news conference and answer reporter questions at any moment. But here at home, Vice President triggering brand new uncertainty about President Biden's 2024 election plans in a series of remarks this week.
Joe Biden is running for re-election, and I will be his ticket mate. Full stop. Full stop. That's it.
Barely 2 days later, the vice president had to clarify those words, saying, quote, "The president intends to run, and if he does, I will be his ticket mate. We will run together." Here to react is Fox News contributor Lara Trump. So, Lara, what happened behind the scenes? Why did she change what she said?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, add this, Ainsley, to the list of things that this White House has had to walk back, had to clarify. Here you have Kamala Harris now trying to, dig herself out of a hole. I mean, maybe she realized how ridiculous a statement it was to say that Joe Biden is definitely running in 24 and she was his ticket mate, whatever exactly ticket mate means. That's a new term for a lot of us. But honestly, I think that so many Americans look at these two. And, it's been failure after failure. You have Joe Biden, who obviously got the most votes in the history of America, whatever you make of that as well. And now he has an approval rating in the low 30s. 85% of the country feels like the country is on the wrong track. He's been led blindly by the radicals in his party and is driving this country into the ground. You have Kamala Harris, who we were told, they were so excited to tell us, was chosen solely based on her appearance and has failed again at every single task she's been given, whether borders are, whether voting rights, whatever it might be that she has done. That has been her trajectory. The truth is, think about the idea, like you get painters, you hire some painters to paint your house. You come back 18 months later, not only have they not painted your house, the house is crumbling and falling apart. I'm going to guess you're going to want to hire new painters from a different company to fix the problem. That is exactly what the American people are seeing with Joe and Kamala. So I don't think anyone on any planet is buying that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are running apart or together. But Ainsley, we know why we keep hearing these talking points. It's because as we head towards the midterms, they don't want to look like the Democrat Party is totally in disarray and falling apart. Yet, sadly, I think that's pretty much what's happening here.
Well, Ari Fleischer agrees with you. He says he doesn't think he's going to run again. How does this play out, though? What do they say to the American public? Ari's saying he thinks they'll make this announcement after the midterm elections. But what do you think? What do they have? What are their plans?
Well, I think he's right. I think they have to announce this after the midterms. I mean, it makes them look like a completely weak party if they were to do that beforehand. And maybe they push it all the way to the very end as far as they possibly can. But look, we've watched in real time the mental acuity of Joe Biden decline day by day. I mean, you even look back to the day he took office as president of the United States. He is in worse shape now than he was then. Kamala Harris obviously wanted the title of vice president. She doesn't want to do any of the work and all of the tasks she's been given. She hasn't even attempted to do. So I think for the Democrats, they're in a really bad spot. They have followed all these policies of the far left in their party, and it isn't working. So headed towards the midterms, man, I think they're just kind of, it's almost like they're jumping in the deep end. They're holding their nose and holding their breath and just hoping something good happens. But I think we all see the writing on the wall. We know it's going to be a red wave. And I don't really think they have a lot of great prospects if it's not Joe and Kamala.
Well, Gavin Newsom's running Gavin Newsom's running advertisements down in your state in Florida. Is that an indication that he's going to run?
Well, I would love to see that attempted. Heck, we'd love to see Hillary give it another whirl. To be honest, I think they may also have Michelle Obama waiting in the wings. She's had some things to say recently. She is also a contender. I know that they like to kind of put up there time to time and push her name out there. So we'll all see. The truth is, no matter who it is, whatever Republican we have running, whoever it might be, and I won't give any indications, I think it's going to be a sure win in 2024 because we know the Democrat policies are ruining America.
Lara, thank you so much. Great to see you.
Thanks, Ainsley.
You're welcome.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.